Okay, so let's just sit for a moment or two and notice what we feel inside. I was asked by my guidance team, so I have many different beings and groups of beings that I've worked with for this whole lifetime. As long as I can remember, there were advisors, soul group advisors, and sometimes they'd want to come in more consciously. They'd want me to write down everything they said, and I did that, and I've done all those things. And in 2020, which was 5 years ago, which is kind of amazing, but in June of 2020, I was asked to create an online account where I could download information to people. And it just seemed too much because they already, my guides, my teachers, my whatevers, whoever they are, I mean, I know them, but they're, you know, in my consciousness. They're possibly outside my consciousness, or maybe I'm just a broadcast station. I'm not certain. These things are interesting. I've trusted these voices. I've done much of what many of them have said, most of what they've said, and they've produced very good results for me. So I trust them. So they asked me in 2020 to set up um, have some type of information channel where I could make videos and put them out to the world so the world could understand the process that was going on at the time. And I just couldn't bring myself to do it. It just seemed like too much work. So I just didn't do it. And then the pressure got really great in 2023. I just started feeling this pressure like I'm supposed to do this thing and I haven't done it. I put it off for three and a half years. And it's time to get on it. And so I did. And I had my IT person, otherwise known as my stepdaughter, teach me how to make videos and how to upload them. She helped me create an account, and she helped me learn how to make videos and how to upload them. And I actually videotaped her showing me how to do it so I could go back and watch the videotape on my phone step by step, because I'm not very technologically oriented. I'm more oriented to trees. I'm more oriented to my invisible friends. I'm more oriented to the voices inside my head giving me guidance in this lifetime. That's been very difficult for me, just because I just gave myself a whoop-ass start. Just so I'd know, because I came into this life to assist myself and others in healing. So I basically just kind of squashed the bug right from the beginning and then lived in the squashed bug, attempting to get the dents out of it. It's a good image. 55 years of active participation in healing work on myself and with others, just because I felt like I had to discover a way to function at a higher level than just in a state of constant recovery, trying to recover something. You know, you know, you might know, you might understand that I love what I made up from the words I heard from Thomas Hübl, but I like that I state it in that way. And it's because it may not be accurate. Because the way we remember things it's just our memory. It's just what we're making up from an event, unless we're actually go back to the event and get what it really was, which is possible as well. But the words I remember are that karma is just uncompleted events. So once you bring the event forward and complete it, which means all the energy's done with it, no more leftover stuff, then you've completed the event. And then it moves from the storage box of it was a trauma to the present reality is it's an event I learned from. It's the difference. Trauma, karma, unfinished events, bring them into present, finish the event. Now they're finished events. And you're not like, and then, you're just not doing that stuff because you finish the event. And it's now like you learn from it and now move forward. I want to look at the time because it's not bad, 7 minutes and 20 seconds, and I want to do this under 15 minutes. So I want to tell you what a joy it has been making these, 600 videos, because I eventually learned the skill to make the video, learned the skill to upload it, and then just started downloading the 3.5 years of information that I was supposed to give you back in 2020. So if you want to go back through it again, I don't personally, but it might be useful for you, and I might go through it at some point. But I just began pumping out this material, and a lot of it from my guides, and a lot of information came through, like, I don't know, 600 or some videos, some ridiculous amount of videos for 1.5 years. Because I'm comfortable with perceiving myself as OCD. I kind of am OCD. ACDC, I'm the world at large inside a fairly small package in terms of humans, tall humans, big humans, small humans. I'm a fairly small package with a lot of data stream going in and out and in and out. And I have loved I'm really working with the emotions. I've really loved making these videos while I was healing so that you might be supported in healing when you watch the videos. That was the purpose. And they ended up being very effective for me because I would make the video with a lot of information that came through, and a lot of that information was for me. That I'd watch the video and I'd get it, like, oh, wow, I get it. So I'm not going to blame it on, let's just say, googly eyes or Google. I'm not going to say that Google's at fault in anything in the world. Google's just doing what it's told by possibly the dark side. I don't know. And maybe it's just fine. And maybe just all the information on all of us needs to be stored in a grand scheme of things so that somehow they can plug us in to where we might be useful in whatever their plans are. But anyway, I've had a tendency to be somewhat paranoid about governments and institutions and anyone who wanted to tell me who I should be as a human being on the planet. And that wasn't what I came here to do, is to be the person people told me to be. I came here to become the person on kind of a spiritual realm that I am. And to actually begin to really work with this form that I'm living in to become a spokesperson for the higher realm. But in order to be a spokesperson for the higher realm, I actually need to, not you, I actually need to be a clear channel for the information that's coming in. And I would say at times that happened. And at times I was just running whatever was running in my head. But we're getting better and better at telling the people who are actually present and bringing in some information. We resonate with it. We feel the usefulness of it. Otherwise, it's just another flapping pair of lips that are going like, well, what you need to do is support my channel. Yeah, so it's been a lovely adventure for the past year and a half, or a little more, since December of 2023. This channel has been going, and I've had lots of kind words of how supportive my words were for people when they're processing something, and I get it. But I had my IT person is one of my also tarot card readers, or card readers. There are 3 of us in the household. I would consider myself a she-man. Some people say shaman, but I'm more of a man and a she, which is a balance of the masculine and the feminine. So I call myself a she-man. I just got a text message from one of my dearest friends. I don't think she watches these videos. She's a long-term friend, so she knows. Just don't go there. He goes to places that kind of like shake things up, typically. Anyway, I'll write her back in a little bit. So in my card readings, the information that came in was the reason that this whole kerfluffle happened relative to my YouTube account, my observational healing account, was that it was time for me to back off of this and go from being the teacher back to being the student, and to really work with the tools that I have. And so I may touch in from time to time and just kind of give you a little update on how things are. But I made the decision prior to my IT person card reader helping me out. I really came to the place of understanding it was time. The universe was telling me, time to back out of this You have 600 videos to watch if you want. The whole process of the last year and 9 months, whatever it was. You can just watch those, just randomly pick one and see what I say. But I'm going to go back to work on the expansion of the consciousness, the awareness of these higher realms, the walking in the woods and just spending more time with the trees and all of that, letting my system open up a little bit more and learn to work with the energy that's coming back. So I'll still be working with that energy. If you watch one of my videos, I'm still a part of that video and working with those energies. So you can still work with me through the videos, but otherwise I'm going to disappear on some levels from the YouTube channel, this observational healing channel, and now touch in from time to time, but not as frequently as I was for the last year and however many months. So Steve here, Steve going away for a bit, and I possibly will just check in on people who have been working with me for a while and just check in and see if there's any messages from them. But otherwise, I'll be gone from here for a bit. It's been a pleasure. And my heart is just opening up really rapidly. And I'm learning how to work with so much emotion. And it's a good thing, and it's an expansive thing. And so my last words are going to be, the key to this process of change is our breath. If we breathe out twice the amount of time as we breathe in, so if we breathe in for 4, count of 4, we breathe out for the count of 8. That will regulate our nerve system, calm our nerve system, because we can only learn when we are in a place of learning. It just froze there for a minute. So breathing. And then when we are in our bodies breathing and we become more aware and we feel areas that feel tight, then go to those areas that feel tight and see if it's okay to just soften that area. Notice what you feel. And then allow the space to open up, because it's only through a larger space that we can actually see things more clearly. The more we're pulled in, the more we have blinders on. The more we zoom out, the more we see. The more we see, the more we can watch change. Okay, that's it. I hope this serves you right and serves you well. And now let's go.